Look at Kick. Kick is having commercials and some more shit. Kick is having commercials. Ain't that something? Smash that like when y'all pop in too, man. All right, so this is just a little glimpse of what type of action going on up here.
An update now on a story we brought you earlier. North Kern State Prison is investigating the death of one of their inmates as a possible homicide. 49-year-old Ruben J. Varela was received in North Kern on October 24th and was sentenced to 2 years and 8 months for evading or attempting to evade a peace officer. As you may remember, on November 23rd, just after 10 p.m., NKSP staff discovered Varela unconscious with injuries to his face in the day room of his housing unit. Officers and staff provided medical aid at the prison, and Varela was later transported to a hospital. Due to this, 7 inmates were rehoused in the administrative segregation unit, while the prison's investigative service unit is investigated. 3 weeks after the incident, the inmate was pronounced dead after 1 p.m. last Thursday in Kern Medical. The cause of death is pending and the results of an autopsy. Now the investigation is being treated as a homicide. We will continue to update you on this story.
So niggas be getting fucking killed where Tory going or where he's at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas die in prison anyway. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get stabbed. Niggas get beat with locks and socks. Niggas get thrown over tears. Like, that shit is old. But this is his first time even going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think he did much jail time. So I'm gonna tap into this. I haven't even watched this yet. It's a documentary, a mini documentary on that penitentiary, North Kern State Prison. It's called California's Violent Reception, you know what I'm saying, facility. So, and if y'all, like I said, if y'all know what reception is, so when you go to prison, they don't immediately just send you to somewhere where you're gonna stay for all your time. They send you somewhere called reception or intake, and you sit there. You don't even. It could be a regular prison where people are doing time, but they'll have y'all separated. It'd be like 500 new inmates, like, but you won't wear the button up. You'll wear like a jumpsuit, so you can tell that you're not a permanent. You know what I'm saying? Some people do get permanently housed at their reception. It just depends on your counselor, your points, and your charges, and your record that's in prison. Do you be fighting a lot? Do you be did shit? So, and then after that, after about 3 months, you only stay at reception for like 3 months, 90 days, right? And you can go outside, you can use the phone to do all different type of shit. But after that, they send you to your spread. And your spread is like where you're gonna be doing your time. And you might move around. So this is just reception. This not even like where he gonna be doing most of his time. And this shit is fucking already crazy as a bitch. Let's look at this shit.
April 21st, 2015. A quiet evening at North Kern State Prison in California was shattered by the sound of gunfire. A correctional officer was simply doing his job, securing the prison yard, when 20 to 30 shots would ring out from the perimeter of the prison. An 18-year veteran of the department would survive. The officer was wearing his stab vest, which slowed down the bullet but did not stop it.
Yeah.
The incident raised suspicions, as it was clear that this wasn't a random drive-by shooting. The perpetrator had a target in mind. The surrounding roads were blocked off for—
Oh, these niggas is built different. I was thinking at first, these niggas did a drive-by on a prison? These niggas did a drive-by on a fucking prison, bro. Oh, they built different out there. And that's over there by Bakersfield. Shout out Bakersfield. Bro, I don't know what the fuck just happened just now. Y'all seen that shit, bro? Y'all probably didn't even see that shit. My motherfucking lights just flicked. I'm like, nigga, is my motherfucking lights getting turned off? And I'm like, nigga, the light bill ain't. That shit was freaky. Are y'all still here, bro? Did y'all even see that? How did that look to y'all, bro? That shit had me paranoid. Like, nigga, did a nigga cut my fucking shit or something? Somebody might have hit something somewhere, though. Somebody might have hit a transformer or something. Like on some accidental shit. That shit was crazy as fuck, y'all. Y'all still here or no? What niggas at with it? I'm fucking taking it back. Smash that like. I'm good. Nigga trying booby trap and sabotage a young nigga, man. Fuck is this? The fuck? Let's get back to it, man. These niggas did a drive-by on a prison. I ain't never heard of that ever in my life. I haven't heard of drive-by on a jail, but these niggas went to a prison somewhere that's usually out in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's hard to get away if you're gonna do that. Like, what the fuck?
For hours as investigators delved into the incident. Yet the suspect was never apprehended.
And the feeling among the correctional staff inside is kind of shock and disbelief that this would happen at our prison.
It seemed that someone harbored ill intentions towards the prison staff, leading to questions about their identity and motivations. Was it a former inmate seeking revenge, or did they hold a grudge against the prison's personnel? This prison is the first stop for many inmates entering the system. For many, it may be their first time. Others are veterans of the California prison system and know the process like the back of their hand. While there are other prisons that also assist in this mission, one of the main roles of this prison is to intake some of the most dangerous men entering the prison system. On this episode of Chasing Crime, we'll be taking a look at one of the most hazardous prisons in California, with regular occurrences of inmate-on-inmate violence.
Shh. Can you keep a secret? 9 out of 10 young people are on Snapchat, where they're chatting with friends and family, sharing real life.
He going to this nigga's going to a terror dome. That's what you call a terror dome, or you call that gladiator school, but it's turned up. Damn, Tory, man. I hope he's strong enough, bro. Cause prison will break a nigga for real, man. And especially it'll unalive a nigga. Fuck just breaking a nigga. It'll unalive a nigga like in real life, nigga.
With regular occurrences of inmate-on-inmate violence. Established in April 1993, North Kern State Prison predates its neighboring facility, Kern Valley State Prison, by 12 years. I previously profiled Kern Valley State Prison. Click the link above to check that out.
Look at that,
its
bro.
Its opening did not attract much attention, receiving only a...
Look, check it out. Look at that, y'all. See, look at the prison. Look all around that shit. It is nothing around that shit, bro. So if you was to do a drive-by, that's the old one, I know, but I'm just saying that it says neighboring, so that means it's right there. For you to do a drive-by and nothing ass, you a crazy motherfucker, boy. You crazy as a bitch. You crazy, and they got away. Like, that is crazy. Like, them niggas risked it all, nigga.
Click the link above to check that out. Its opening did not attract much attention, receiving only a brief mention in the local newspaper. In 2012, North Kern implemented a solar voltaic power plant, which expects to save the prison $13.3 million over 20 years. The current yearly budget for the prison is an astounding $214 million.
Damn.
The prison has 1,289 staff, positions allocated, while the majority of inmates housed here are in the reception portion. There are a small number of inmates, 841, that are located in the level 3 medium security section. The remaining 3,293 are non-level specified, as they are awaiting the classification process, which could take up to 90 days.
90 days.
During this time, the facility houses...
Y'all better listen to me. I just told y'all, receiving, intake, reception, whatever we call it, is 90 days. Then you go somewhere else where you really going to be at prison. Like you're really gonna be there for years or months or however long your bid is. You know what I'm saying? And you could possibly move again.
Inmates of all security levels until they are transferred to a prison appropriate for their assigned security level. According to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, the process includes compiling the inmates' criminal records, life histories, medical and psychological histories, and social relationships. NKSP staff determines the inmate's classification score and institutional placement. The inmate is placed in one of 4 security levels. The classification staff representative then approves the endorsement of the offender to the assigned institution. After being assigned, transportation to the new facility could take more time, depending on the bus and bed availability at the new facility. Delano, California, where North Kern State Prison is located, has experienced a significant population surge due to the constructions of prisons in Kern County. From 22,000 residents in 1990, the city's population surpassed 50,000 by 2020. The median household income for Delano residents is $48,344, and the average cost of a house is slightly over $212,000. The scorching summer temperatures can reach the upper 90s, adding to the intensity of the environment, potentially contributing to heightened aggression among the residents of the prison. Unfortunately, violence between inmates is a regular occurrence at North Kern, with a history of inmate-on-inmate assaults. There have been 2 inmate-on-inmate murders at the facility since February 2023. The first occurred on February 8, 2023. An officer was conducting a welfare check and noticed that the victim, Ariel Torres, was unresponsive. The cellmate, Matthew Holverstadt, was suspected in the attack. Torres was convicted in November 2022 of a child sex offense and was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Holverstadt was sentenced in August 2022 for murdering his own father. He attempted to convince police that his father had slipped and fell, but suffered 6 blunt force injuries to the head. Holverstadt also immediately attempted to claim his father's estate, valued at $800,000 to $900,000. The following month, in March, another murder would occur, and in similar fashion, the victim just entered this prison for a similar offense. Juan Villanueva was found unresponsive in his cell. Villanueva had arrived at North Kern on February 2, 2023. This wasn't the first murder for the alleged killer, and he had recently been convicted of 3 counts of first-degree murder and 7 counts of attempted second-degree murder.
Damn.
Who would guess that serial killer Ramon Escobar wouldn't try to kill again, this time in prison? His victims were mostly in the Los Angeles area and were typically homeless men unable to defend themselves. The 2 suspects were going through the classification process and were awaiting word on what prison they would be transferred to.
Right.
I'm guessing it will be a maximum security facility, and that's after they're moved from disciplinary segregation. While attacks on staff are also an unfortunate part of life at this prison, a few incidents stand out. In April 2000, 3 staff were attacked over the course of a day. Following the attacks, a facility-wide shakedown was conducted. Staff located 12 weapons across the prison, 7 of which were buried in one of the prison yards, showing that you really have to search everywhere when looking for contraband. Traymar Robinson would take out 2 staff in December 2019.
Damn.
He would knock one officer unconscious and break the hand of another officer. Robinson was in prison to serve a 4-year sentence for vehicle theft. He is now serving his time across the way at Kern Valley State Prison. A staff member at the facility, Solomon Stanley, sued the prison in 2014 for $1 million after he said he was harassed by the administration because of his religion. Stanley is a practicing Rastafarian, and his hair and beard are part of his religion. He quit the department due to the non-stop comments and stress, including being called Bob Marley. It is unclear what the outcome of the case was. Another scandal at the prison would occur in 2010. A leaked email from then warden Stephen Ojeda showed that he was not providing inmates facing disciplinary action proper due process. The email indicated that a group of 77 inmates accused of interfering with officers would face consequences no matter what. The email read in part that he would provide the disciplinary lieutenants with direction prior to the hearing and ensure they understand to hold all of these inmates accountable. Tragically, Ojeda would pass away in a car accident 5 years later. Before we move on to a recent headline-grabbing inmate at this facility, make sure you hit that like button.
Go subscribe. Go
so you don't miss
subscribe.
any of my new
Peace and
content.
crime.
Paul Flores was a recent intake to this facility. Flores made national headlines after he was sentenced to serve 25 years to life for the murder of Kristen Smart. What makes his case unique is that his conviction occurred more than 25 years after the disappearance of Smart from California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo. Smart's body was never located, but she was declared legally dead in 2002. Flores will eventually move on to another facility, where he will probably spend the next years of his life at. While North Kern may not be the most intriguing facility in the California prison system,